What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be a little bit different with the alcohol tasting because I just got back from Disney just a couple days ago when I'm filming this. By the time you guys see this, I have been back for about a week or so. But I decided, because I tried multiple different things, multiple different drinks while I was there that I've never tried before. Since I didn't record videos for those, I was on vacation and wasn't going to try and do that. I figured I would just compile them all here, show you what they were, talk about them, talk about where I got them, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be doing. So let's jump in. All right, these first drinks we got at the Star Wars themed bar called Oga's Cantina. It was located in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to continuously say Orlando, Florida. But that's where we got the drink. The one on the left was my wife's drink. This one was actually non-alcoholic, and it is the only non-alcoholic drink that will be talked about today. But it was called the Carbon Freeze. Now, the Carbon Freeze was made with lemon lime Powerade, wild strawberry, blueberry, and green apple popping pearls, and it was very delicious. Now, it also had something that they put into it or did to it that made it kind of bubble, which was really cool, but I can't remember what it was. But this drink was very tasty. I really liked the lemon lime flavor of the Powerade they used. I really liked the green apple popping pearls. Overall, this was a really cool drink, and it was very tasty. I highly recommend doing it. Now, the second drink on the right was my drink. This one and every other drink after it are all alcoholic drinks. But this one was called the Fuzzy Tauntaun. Now, the Fuzzy Tauntaun was made with Ketel One Botanical Peach and orange vodka. It was also made with Bols Peach Schnapps Liqueur, orange juice with tangerine, pure cane sugar, and to top it off was the Buzz Button Tingling Foam. Now, I really enjoyed this drink. It was also very tasty. I liked all of the fruitiness that came together. It worked really well. It was very tasty, very smooth, and the tingling foam was kind of fun. It left like a little tingle in your mouth after each sip, but it was very good, and I recommend getting that as well. And I also just recommend going and checking out Oga's Cantina if you have the chance, because it was a pretty cool environment. The next place we went after this was the Baseline Tap House, located on Grand Avenue in Hollywood Studios in Walt Disney World. This one's a really cool place. It has different beers typically from like California and stuff. It's one that a good portion of my family loves to go to whenever we're at Hollywood Studios. But I ended up getting what is called the Golden Road Mango Cart beer. I don't know exactly if it was a Hefeweizen or what it was. It didn't say, but it's called the Golden Road Mango Cart beer, and it was very tasty. It had a nice mango flavor. It was somewhat sweet, but it wasn't overly sweet. And for a beer, it was just very tasty, and I really enjoyed. Moving on to the next and final beer I had on this trip, I got this one at the Germany Pavilion in Epcot at Walt Disney World. It is the Schöfferhofer Berry Lime Hefeweizen, and I love Schöfferhofer beer. They have a grapefruit beer that is one of my favorites. They have a wild cherry that's really good. They have a passion fruit that's decent. They have a pomegranate, which I'm not the biggest pomegranate person, so I don't really enjoy that one much. Last year, they also had like a lemon zest one, because they always do different types of beers and drinks and food and everything during the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot every year, and that's when we were there. Last year's Schöfferhofer was a lemon zest, which was decent, but honestly, aside from the grapefruit, I think this berry lime is my new favorite. It has a really nice color that I absolutely loved, and it had a really nice berry and lime flavor that mixed really well, and I absolutely loved this one. This was probably my favorite drink of the entire trip. The next one you can find roughly on the other side of World Showcase. I got this at the Rose and Crown pub in the UK Pavilion at Epcot in Walt Disney World. This one is called the English Rose. And for anybody who has been to Rose and Crown that has not seen it on the menu, not heard about it, whatever, it is technically a secret menu drink. It is true. I have proof right here. I tried it. My parents tried it before us. It is called the English Rose. And this one is made, the place I found the recipe for it didn't give specifics on the specific brands and stuff, but overall, this was made with gin, apricot brandy, orange juice, pineapple juice, and cranberry juice. And it was really good. Super fruity, obviously, and it was very tasty. You could not tell that there was any gin in this drink whatsoever, which I really enjoyed. I'm not the biggest fan of gin. It's all right, but gin itself, if I drink enough of it, which really isn't a lot, all by itself makes me sick. It's something with the juniper and my body just doesn't mix. But if it's in a mixed drink and it's in small quantities like this was, it doesn't give me an issue. And I really enjoyed this one. But I will say it did kind of disappoint me just a little bit. I was hoping for a more fruity flavor that it didn't quite deliver on, but don't let that deter you. This was a very good drink and it's highly worth picking up. Here is another double one that we did. This was at the Enchanted Rose Bar, which is kind of a Beauty and the Beast themed bar that was located inside the main building of the Grand Floridian Resort at Walt Disney World. And on the left was my wife's drink. She got what I believe is the Trimbach, I think I'm saying it correctly, the Trimbach Riesling white wine. And that one is from Alsace, France. I'm saying I believe because they have two different Rieslings and I don't remember what they had said, but I went back and kind of looked at the prices to try and figure it out, and I'm pretty sure it was this one. But it wasn't bad. I know she kind of did that because none of the other drinks were really tickling her fancy in a way, and her mom really enjoys Rieslings, so she decided to try one, and I tried a little bit of it, and it was okay. It reminded me a lot of our favorite Moscato that we really like to drink. It had a similar flavor, just without the carbonation, but something about it, I'm not a wine person. It was okay. I didn't really love this drink. Now, on the right side was my drink. It is called the Rye Knot. R-Y-E, like rye whiskey, Rye Knot. And this one was made with Whistle Pig 10-year rye whiskey, Grand Marnier Cordon Rouge, cinnamon, pineapple, and lemon. And I did really enjoy this drink as well. I'm a big whiskey person, so I wasn't shocked that I was going to enjoy this one. But I've found myself over the past couple of years kind of coming away from like bourbon and rye whiskey, going into more flavored whiskeys as well as Japanese whiskeys. But I did really like this one a lot. Very tasty, very smooth. And I really liked the cinnamon that went with it. It gave it kind of a sweet but slightly spicy flavor. And it's something that honestly I feel like would go well in the fall season. But it was a really good drink. And if you're a whiskey drinker, I recommend trying it next time you are in that area. Our next one where we got these two drinks was at the brand new Pirates of the Caribbean themed bar called Beak and Barrel, and it was located in Adventureland in Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. It just recently opened less than a month ago. We were really lucky to be able to get reservations for this during our trip, and it was a very cool experience. Really cool interior, all the different things they put into doing like show stuff, and if you're able to get a reservation, I highly suggest going just for the atmosphere, but then the drinks as well. On the left here was my wife's drink. She got the Hibiscus Rum Punch Royale, and that was made with Don Q Reserva 7 Puerto Rican rum, hibiscus, demerara, and lime topped with Prosecco. And it was really good. It had a nice fruity flavor. It really had a hibiscus tea flavor that came through as well. That was really nice, and it was really refreshing. and all around just a tasty drink that I think anybody, if you're a rum or a tea drinker, would enjoy this one. On the right was my drink, and I got the Plunderer's Punch. It is made with the Kraken black spiced rum, blackberry, lime, and vanilla. And it's served in this really cool pirate skull mug, which when you order, you get to take it as a souvenir. Not the one you drink out of. You don't get to take that one, but when you are getting ready to leave, as they bring the check, they'll bring a box out to you that has your souvenir pirate skull mug that you can take home, which that's exactly why I did it. Anyway, this drink was very tasty as well, given the fact that it was a very few amount of ingredients. It was really nice. There wasn't too heavy of a rum flavor, which was nice. The spiced gave it a, kind of a spiced flavor, but with the blackberry and lime, it gave it a nice fruity flavor, and then the vanilla came along and gave it that nice vanilla flavor as well. It is a very good drink. This one was easy going down, and I finished it relatively quick. But if you're able to go to Beak and Barrel, I would recommend either of these drinks. The last drink that I have for you today was at the T-Rex Cafe in Disney Springs at Walt Disney World. This one is the Bananarama. It was made with Blue Chair Bay Banana Rum, Licor 43, which is LICOR, Licor 43, Real Peach Puree, pineapple juice, and lime juice. This one was decent. I'm not gonna lie, I expected a slightly heavier banana flavor, which is kind of funny because I'm not the biggest fan of banana flavored things, but with this one, I expected it to be a slightly heavier banana flavor, which it wasn't. So that was a little disappointing, but that, as well as all of the rest of the fruit flavors that came together, made this a tasty drink to close out our trip. And if you're at T-Rex Cafe, I would recommend doing this one. But obviously, with all of these places, if there is something that you think you would like more than what I have done here, definitely go and try that. And hey, who knows, if you do go to one of these places and you decide to try something fun that's different from what I've tried, if you're able to, come back to this video, leave a comment down below, let me know what it was that you tried and what you thought. Maybe I'll be able to try those next time I go, whenever that would be. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me for this video. I know it was a long one, but it was a fun one to make, talking about all the different drinks that I tried. And I just enjoyed trying drinks, different things, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for hanging out during this video today. Be sure to leave a like on the video. Follow me if you haven't already. Leave comments down below if you've tried any of these, what you think, and I will see you guys next time.